Hello guys and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to rebuild the VTEC solenoid gasket on a variety of Honda models, including the Honda CR-V, Honda Accord, Honda Elements, and a bunch of other Hondas that use whichever Hondas that use it. Could be even a Civic that uses the Honda K20 or K24 style of motors. This is applicable to that. So this is a very common issue on those models, on the K24 motor, especially when you have high mileage. So what happens is that usually what happens is that a very common problem is that this gasket over here goes bad. This is a very common VTEC solenoid gasket. Whenever you go and ask at the Honda dealership, this is what they're going to give you, the VTEC solenoid gasket, the one with the mesh. Now what happens usually is that on most of the time is that when your car gets old, or when people don't change the oil very often, is the carbon deposits and stuff gets clogs up the mesh over here, and then you don't have proper oil circulation throughout the solenoid, which leads to two issues. One, it also leads to leaks. Second, what also happens is, due to this mesh being blocked, you won't get the VTEC system working properly, and when you do sudden acceleration, you're going to get jerks, and hesitation. So the easiest fix, and what people show you in most videos, is that they just replace this gasket and they put it back and it starts working. But sometimes, now on my Honda CR-V, I have an old Honda CR-V 2004 model. It has about 320 miles. I had changed this, but I tried to find a lot of other videos and I could not find anything, so I decided, let's show you guys that there's more to rebuilding these than just the outer gasket. Now, this particular portion basically is the one that goes and attaches to the back of the engine. So this is the most common thing that most people would replace. Now, another thing that I would recommend, that when you are rebuilding these, the other part which you should also do while you're at it is two things. One is this switch, this oil pressure switch over here. There's an O-ring inside as well. And also, one thing I'd recommend is, whenever you're changing these gaskets, always use genuine Honda parts. It's not too much, they're not too expensive. Now this particular gasket is probably like $8 or something at a Honda dealership, so it's not too expensive. So don't cheap out on that, because what happens is, sometimes you buy an aftermarket part, they're either not built properly, they don't sit exactly like they're supposed to, and then you put them on, they start leaking again, or after a few months they start leaking again, because the quality of the rubber and all that is not good. So it's better to the thumb rule, what I like to say is that whenever you're replacing seals, always use OEM seals. Whether it's in a solenoid or gasket, try to use OEM, they're the best. Anyways, so this oil pressure switch has an O-ring which you're going to replace. I have already replaced that, so I'm not going to show you, but in order to open this, you're going to need a 22 mm long socket. That is a 22 millimeter long socket, anything that can go all the way and grab onto this nut over here. The second place, now this was a little difficult for me to remove because I didn't have the proper tools. Now I have the tool. So this is a hex socket that you're going to need. You're going to need a hex socket set, something like now, and you're going to need an 8 mm hex over here. I bought a set. This looks like this. It's a star. It's not the regular 10 mm, and it's not the regular 8 mm, so don't use those. You're going to destroy the bit. And that's what I did, partially because I thought this was, I made a few mistakes, but anyways, don't do what I did. Just open those with the right tool, get the right tool, and once you do that, you're going to remove both of them. There are two of these. I'm going to show you something very interesting. So yeah, once you do that, I dropped the screw, but never mind, I'll find it later. So this is the solenoid over here. So you can see this goes up and down over here, and anyways, there is an O-ring over here that goes bad. Now for me, I had replaced this and it was still leaking. I was still getting a little bit of leak. Then I replaced this. I thought maybe it was the pressure switch O-ring, so I replaced that, because even the pressure switch O-ring was bad. Still, I started getting a leak, small leak. Now I'm finally replacing this, and when I open this, to my surprise, of course, I knew it was an O-ring problem, and indeed it was. The pieces that you see over here are the O-ring that goes on top over here. Those, you see how they're broken? They've become extremely hard and brittle. This tells me that this O-ring is finished. My car has 320,000 miles, and this O-ring is done for. We can't use this anymore. So that's it. So I'm gonna put a new O-ring and that's what you're gonna need to do. When you're opening these, make sure you get the original O-ring, and I'm gonna buy one, and I'm gonna place the O-ring over here. I'm gonna close it back. That's gonna fix all my leaks. This is a cheaper thing to do rather than if you want to go and buy a original one, it'll cost you about $200 or more. So just buy a couple O-rings, replace it, and then attach it back. And of course, I forgot to tell you that you also need to remove the shield in the back that goes on the back of that. So anyways, once you're done, you put everything back and you attach it to your car, and all your leaks and all your troubles should go away. If this video helped you guys, please hit that like button, and please subscribe to my channel for more very informative videos like these. I hope if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer to your comments, and have a great day. Thank you.